Hi everyone and welcome to June Favourites, and I'm setting my stall out immediately. This is going to be a long video because this is more of a June roundup. I've got lots of products that I've been trying on camera that are my favourites this month that I want to mention, although it will be a fleeting mention because I also have so many products that I've been trying off camera that haven't previously featured in a video this month that deserve a mention in this video. So yeah, grab yourself a cup of tea, or if it's past 5 o'clock where you are, why not grab yourself a little bit of something stronger. You are going to need a snack during this video to get you through. Let's get straight on with it. If you're new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I upload new content on YouTube every single week, and I would absolutely love it if you would consider coming and joining the Pampered Wolf family by clicking on that like button and the subscribe button. There are quite a lot of high-end products that feature in this video today, but stay tuned because I've been working on a drugstore better than high-end video and a dupes video that are coming very soon, so please make sure you've clicked on that notification bell so you don't miss those videos. So let's dive straight into the beauty news, and first and foremost I want to congratulate Dr. Sam Bunting, the amazing dermatologist that works on Harley Street here in the UK, because her brand Dr. Sam's turned 5 years old a couple of weeks ago. Now, it's so difficult for any startup brand to make it to 2 without going bust. She's already made it to 5 years old and there is no signs of her stopping. I love the Dr. Sam products. It's all started off with the Dr. Sam's Flawless Cleanser, which is such a beautiful, very gentle cleanser, and then it sort of snowballed and now she has so many products underneath her belt already. There is something in the Dr. Sam's range that will suit all skin types. Obviously not everything is going to be for you, but I will link the website in the description box for everybody. This is not a sponsored portion of this video. I just think it is a phenomenal achievement and it's such a great brand. So if you haven't checked out the Dr. Sam brand already, highly recommend it. Let's move on. I've just had to move some things around in the background because my camera is having trouble focusing with all the busyness with the boxes and everything being dumped behind me, so apologies for that. An update on the build, however, because I am so sick of all this stuff that's hanging around in my bedroom. We are around about 3 or 4 weeks away of completing the upstairs of our house, which means in the next 3 or 4 weeks' time I will be moving into my new filming space, and I cannot tell you how excited I am right now of thinking that that is imminent. I have to decorate in the next couple of weeks. We've got carpets being fitted in around 3 weeks, and then we can move upstairs. So keeping all fingers crossed, everybody, this is going to be the last favourites video that I film in this room, and we can finally stop living on top of one another and the builders can move downstairs and start on the downstairs of the house. It's not over yet, but the light is at the end of the tunnel. And the final bit of news in this video is that I've got a new editor. So you may have seen some slight little changes within the editing style of my videos. Christina, who used to edit my videos for me, has gone on to pastures new. She started a new venture, and I'm sure you'll all join me in wishing her every single success for her future. But I would love to introduce and welcome Louisa to the Pampered Wolf Pack. I'm sure you'll all show her some love in the comments section. She is such a lovely person, and she will be editing my videos from now on for the foreseeable future. So welcome, Louisa. Let's crack on with the favourites. So we are going to kick off the favourites with those products that I am absolutely loving at the moment, but you've heard me either talk about them in videos or you've seen me apply them in videos before during the month of June. And then we'll move on to all of those products that I've been trying off camera during June that they're just lovely. There's going to be a lot of gushing in this video, I can promise you that. Let's talk about this little beauty for a second. This is the Terracotta Le Tan Foundation from Guerlain. I have the shade 0N. I've spoken about this a couple of times. You've seen me use it in a full-blown review of this with a 10-hour wear test. You've also seen me use this in a Get Ready With Me video where I created pretty much the same look that I have on today with a few tweaks today because it was a couple of days ago that I filmed that one. But this This is so beautiful for numerous reasons. So this gives a skin-like finish. My skin, it looks like skin. There's nothing heavy about this foundation at all. It's very, very skin-like, and yet this will give you supreme coverage if coverage is required. I do not have perfect skin at the moment, with my stress levels being as they are with the build and the builders and just having people in my house 24/7. I've got quite a few blemishes. I've got some dark spots on my skin. I've got some texture on my skin. Would you know? Would you be able to realise that I was a bit stressed out? Would you be able to realise that my skin is not perfect with this foundation on? Absolutely not. I mean, just look. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely superb. Love everything about it. It does have a fragrance in here, so if you are sensitive to fragrances, it's quite a subtle fragrance and it does dissipate very, very quickly, but if you are super sensitive, one to give a miss. Other than that, just glorious. Next up, I have to mention the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Correctors. These are unreal and I am super excited about these. Haven't been super excited about a makeup product in a while. I mean, it's a hot minute. But that's just me. I love everything about these. Now, I am a huge fan of colour correctors in general anyway. My most recent favourite was the NARS Creamy Colour Corrector, which had been my favourite and been on my top spot for a really long time, a good year or two. These kick it out of the park. Honestly, these are superb. These have got great coverage and yet it's not too thick and heavy. It feels very lightweight underneath the eye. It doesn't go cakey or crusty. It doesn't crease on me. A little bit goes a long way. Pop it over the darkness and then tap it in with your finger to really push it into the skin. No creasing. So I have two shades of this. In the Get Ready With Me video that I'll link at the end of this video, I used Pink Pomelo. I've used Peach underneath my eyes today. So if you are my shade twin or you have a similar skin tone to mine and you're wondering which one of these to order, I don't think you could go wrong with either of these. I think in the winter months when my skin is slightly fairer, I would definitely go for Pink Pomelo. Peach, more of a summer shade, but again, my skin is quite fair now and I can seriously get away with Peach now, and it's got great coverage for those under eye circles. Soon as I put it on, no under eye circles. It is that good. Seriously good stuff. Love everything about it. Just phenomenal. Unreal. Just mind blown. Next up, I want to talk about the Victoria Beckham Beauty Contour Styluses. Now, this is bittersweet for me because I would love to wax on about these until the end of time. Unfortunately, the price point and the amount of product that you get for your money, which is 1.1 grams or 0.04 ounces, which is pitiful, versus the price is a little shocking to me. I mean, I'm not surprised, this is Victoria Beckham Beauty, but it was slightly disappointing. Unfortunately, the product did not underwhelm me, so that was the problem. And these are absolutely fantastic at contouring the nose because the shape of them is just so fantastic to use as a really precise product. So because you don't get very much for your money, I wouldn't use this over the forehead, underneath the cheekbones, chin, jawline, that sort of thing. But it is my favourite product to contour my nose. And usually I would skip my nose contour because the products I've got is too much faff to go ahead and do the nose. Not anymore. I just think these are so convenient and easy to use, and that's why they had to feature in this video. Although price point versus amount of product that you get, I think it's a bit of a rip-off, but if I'm only using it that way, I'm hoping these are going to last me quite a bit of time. And then there were these. And oh my goodness, these are out of this world. These are sat on the moon. I didn't realise there was a part of me that was missing until these came into my life. These are phenomenally good. The lipstick, it's creamy, it's dreamy, it's just satin smooth, superb quality. And the lip oil, have it on today. It is just divine, smooth, creamy, hydrating, very lightweight, very comfortable to wear, and looks gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So in the lip oil, I have the shade Au Naturel, and in the lipstick, I have the shade Slip. I am dying to get my hands on more shades of these. If Merit Beauty can only produce one product for the rest of the lifetime of the brand, it has to be these. I say one product. One sort of genre of products has to be lip products. They do it incredibly well. And the entire package of Merit Beauty, even though I wasn't really surprised, everybody said that they were amazing, and I concur. Definitely think they are lovely, lovely products. But these were the standout favourites in the full face of Merit Beauty that I did earlier on this month. If you haven't seen that, I will link it up here for you. There are some lovely, lovely products. Not all of them were for me on a daily basis, but these... If somebody tries to take these away from me, I am not sure what I will do. Just be warned. Nobody come for these, and that includes you as well, mother. Step away from the Merit. I will buy you your own. Let's move on to the products that I've been trying off camera, and I just think they are super, super special. This first one is from Summer Fridays, and it's their, what is it actually called? It's called the Blush Balm Stick. With this saying that it was a blush balm, I was expecting it to be quite subtle, and that was not the case. It's not frighteningly pigmented, but you can definitely build this up to where you want it to be. So you can have it subtle, but it's versatile enough to build up and stick around all day, which I definitely appreciate. So the one that I have is Dusty Rose. I'll show you the swatch on the screen now, but it's really nice to use. I tend not to swipe this on the cheek for fear that this is going to lift the rest of my products. It doesn't, by the way. I have tried it that way, but I just think the nicest way of applying this is to dab a brush on top of it and then stipple it on the cheeks. It's just lovely. Have this on today, and as you can see, it's got that subtle glow to it. If you want a matte blush, you are not going to get it from this. It does have a sheen to it, but it's not sparkly. It's just very expensive looking, which is, it's nice. It's more of a mid-range product, this one. It's not super high-end luxury, but it's also not your drugstore prices either. For me, it's worth every single penny, and you do get quite a lot in the tube. I mean, it goes up quite a distance, and for me that has about 10,000 blushes in my drawer, this is going to last me an entire eternity. Is it going down? Please say it's going down. Yes, it's all right. It's fine. It goes down as well. It's not like those Charlotte Tilbury lip pen things that once you've got them up, they don't go back down again. So annoying. Don't get me started. Anyway, absolutely love this. I think it definitely has its place. It gives that really summery sheen to the cheek. It's very girly. It's just very youthful looking. Really, really like it. Definitely try it if you haven't already and you love that sort of glowy look to the cheek, and yet it's not too glowy. Let me put some more on for you and actually show you how this is. So I do like to use my Refa 17 brush, which is more of a flat brush, and I just grab a little bit on the end and just stipple that on the cheek. And can you see it's just a really nice subtle wash of colour. It looks incredibly natural on the cheek, but you can build this up to be slightly punchier. I wouldn't build it up too much. That's not what this product is supposed to be, but look at that. Just be still my beating heart. Just gorgeous. You may remember that a while ago I mentioned that during the last children's school holidays, both myself and Bea went on a bit of a mum-daughter date day, and we went and got our nails done, and then a couple of weeks later, before she went back to school, we had all the gel polish which we'd had applied removed. And unfortunately, that completely ruined my nails. The soak-off, which I thought was going to be a soak-off, ended up not being a soak-off, and they basically filed all of the gel off my nail, including most of the nail that was underneath. I should have stopped them. I know it's completely and utterly, or at least 90% my fault for allowing this to happen, but you know, we live and learn. My nails haven't spoken to me since. The relationship that I have with my nails now sort of at rock bottom. They were snapping, they were breaking, they were bending, they were splitting. It's just not great. However, I have found a couple of products that are making the situation slightly better. These aren't nail strengtheners or nail thickeners in any way, but I have seen an improvement in my nails since I've been using them. These are from Beauty Pie, and it's the cuticle remover and the cuticle therapy. Now, the good thing about these is I've used cuticle removers before and they've been really harsh on my nails. This is effective but seriously gentle. So the cuticle remover has a little brush that you apply a little thin strip around the cuticle, you massage that in place, and then you remove any loose or dead skin from the surface of the nail. It includes potassium hydroxide to soften and loosen the dead skin whilst also being really gentle on the nail. So I absolutely swear by this. It doesn't dry out my nails at all, and it's extremely effective. The cuticle therapy is a beautiful product, and once I've applied a really thin layer around the cuticle, I like to massage that in and then take the excess all the way down the nail, because I mean, what harm can it do? For a product that includes quite a few oils like olive oil, vitamin E, it's got bakuchiol oil in there to heal and calm. It's a non-greasy product, which I find really, really nice, because the last thing I want, especially when I'm a busy mum, is to have greasy fingers. You want to be able to pop this on and then get on with your life straight away, and you can definitely do that with this product. So love both of these. Again, very effective, very gentle, and just really, really nice. Great price too. Moving on to the next favourite, it's from Murad. It's the Resurgence Retinol Resculpt Overnight Treatment. I've got to be honest with you, this came in PR, this was gifted to me. I didn't purchase this with my own money. Once I saw the price of this, I was like, what? Would I have bought this with my own money? No, probably not. I would have looked at it and thought, that's ridiculous. Do I want to spend my hard-earned cash on that when I probably have something very, very similar in the arsenal of skincare products that I already own? And I would have passed it by. I didn't want to like this. I had my heels firmly dug in the ground. Unfortunately, life throws you a curveball every now and again. I love this. Oh, it really pains me to say it. It's such a beautiful product. Now, it's a retinol product, so it is in the family of retinoids. It's quite high strength, so it's stronger than retinol. Retinol is very punchy and can be a little bit irritating. Not as much as tretinoin, obviously, but you may still get side effects with retinol. The good thing about this is you're still getting the punchy ingredients. You're still hopefully going to see those results, but this uses encapsulated retinol, which means that it's going to slow the absorption down into the skin. It's going to get to where it needs to go and not cause as much irritation and side effects. So I've not had any side effects with this, even though this does contain a fragrance, and I'm never keen on having a fragrance in any retinoid product because I just think retinoids can be quite irritating on their own anyway, so why shove a fragrance in there that a lot of people aren't going to be able to use? I haven't had any irritation or any inflammation or any itchiness or anything with this product. My skin has just felt phenomenal every single time I've used it, which Oh, cuts me to the core, it really does. Anyway, I'm going to speak really highly of this. I know that this is going to be out of so many people's budgets, but because I've been using this, and I haven't been using it on my face because I do use tretinoin from Dermatica on my face, I've been using it all the way down my neck and on my chest area, and it's just a lovely product. So again, this features encapsulated retinol, which is incredibly gentle on the skin but does the business. They say this is suitable for all skin types. I would concur, but if you have seriously sensitive skin and you are sensitive to fragrance, this may not be for you. You can use this down the neck. I wouldn't recommend tretinoin down the neck, but retinol I've used with no problems whatsoever to lift the neck and the jowl area, smooth off deep set wrinkles and even out the skin tone. This is alcohol free and it contains oat kernel extract, which is incredibly soothing, and it's also got some skin identical ingredients like squalane, glycerin and urea to moisturize and hydrate. Here are some impressive results that feature on the Murad website. This is a 2-week trial. These are the results that this lady has received after 2 weeks. Now, they're only going to put their most impressive case on the website, so take that with a pinch of salt, but it is a lovely product. It's a really thick, creamy formula as well, which I've never had before in a retinoid cream. It's usually really quite loose, so it gets into the skin really quickly, and this one, it's just really nourishing on the skin. It's a lovely cream to apply before you go to bed. I just wish it was slightly more affordable, or a lot more affordable. I really wish it was a lot more affordable. If you are wanting to try the Murad cream or any of the other products that feature earlier on in this video or those still to come, always check out the discount code section in the description box because you could grab yourself a bargain. It's always better in your pocket than it is in theirs at the end of the day. Who doesn't like a bargain? I love a bargain. But I do know that the Murad cream is on offer at the moment on the Look Fantastic website. It is far more affordable on their website than anywhere else I've seen it at the moment. I have no idea how long that sale is going to last for, so grab it while you can, and there is extra discount to be had using my discount code. So if you are wanting to try it, it's really expensive, but it's so nice. Next up, we've got a brand new SPF moisturiser from Paula's Choice. This is the Advanced Sun Protection Daily Moisturiser. It's got an SPF value of 50 with a PA rating of plus. So great all-round broad spectrum protection for your skin. I really like this. Again, this is up there in cost, especially for an SPF, but it's a double whammy. It's going to be your moisturiser as well as your SPF. You get 60 mils worth of product, which is slightly more than other SPF that I have in the drawers behind me, which are generally, as a rule, around about 50 mils worth of product, and it means that I don't have to use a separate moisturiser. This one is quite rich for a day moisturiser, so if you have really oily skin, I wouldn't recommend this for you because it's probably going to be a little bit heavy. And on the other negative side, it does take a little while to sink into the skin if you apply it 3 finger lengths straight up. What I tend to do now is apply 1.5 finger lengths, let that soak in, and then apply 1.5 finger lengths again on top. You can apply it all in one go if you want to, but again, it does sit on the surface of the skin for a little while until it's all absorbed, and it does have a slight oily residue to it that feels a little bit slippy at first, until it's sunk in. The first time I tried this, I was applying it and I looked at my husband, Wes, and just went, because I'm not used to sunscreens taking a long time to absorb anymore. I've been using my Korean sunscreens that I absolutely am thrilled to use on a daily basis. They are so lightweight and beautiful. So this was a little bit of a change for me, but not a bad change. Just took some getting used to. So the UV filters in here, we've got Uvinol A for UVA protection, ethyl hexyl salicylate for UVB protection, we've got Uvinol T150 for UVB protection, Tinosorb M, which is broad spectrum, and also Tinosorb S, which is also broad spectrum. I'm not quite sure if you'll be able to get this if you live in the US, because these filters I don't think are available for you, but they are superb, and I really hope that the FDA join the 21st century at some point in the very near future and allow you to use these, because they are phenomenal. As well as this having great SPF protection, this also has some lovely emollient ingredients within the formula, with it being a moisturizer. So this also has glycerin for hydration and also vitamin E within the mix as well. With this being Paula's choice, it's also fragrance and essential oil free. The only thing I'm not keen on with this is because of that greasy feel before it sank into the skin, it does tend to creep into the eyes, and there is something in this formula, if you're not careful with where you're applying it and how much you're applying at once, there's something in the formula that makes my eyes sting. And I'm not talking about oh my goodness, there's something in my eyes and I just can't cope with this, I've got to wash it off. This is more of my eyes are slightly uncomfortable, that feeling of you were chopping onions an hour ago and your eyes are still a little bit tender. It's nothing to write home about, but I need to make you aware other sunscreens don't do that to me, because they don't have that initial oiliness on the surface of the skin that this one does. So my recommendation for you, if you do want to give this one a go, is apply sparingly around the eye and then layer it up once it's sank in. A little bit of a long-winded process, and I prefer to just shove sunscreen all over my face and not have to worry. But it is a lovely formula. It deserves its place in my favourites of this month, but I need to make you aware of the downsides, and that is definitely one of them. I have a new fragrance love in my life, and this is going to be the final product that features in this video. Congratulations, you've got to the end. You deserve a gold star. How many drinks did it take you to get to the end of this video? So this is the Versace Dylan Turquoise fragrance, or turquoise, however you want to pronounce it. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing at least one of those words correctly, and I'm also sure you will all correct me in the comments section, although be nice. I'm trying my best here. So this is a floral woody musk. It's got top notes of mandarin, lemon and pink pepper, which is seriously lovely and refreshing and zesty for me. It's also got heart notes of blackcurrant, jasmine, guava and freesia. So beautiful. And the base notes are what really makes this fragrance sing. It's got clear wood, vibrant woods and musk. This is a zesty fragrance, but it's not like a normal zesty fragrance that's really uplifting and fresh and just one sort of level. This has depth to it. This is really uplifting, but it's sexy. You can get away with this in the daytime, where I'd normally wear an uplifting, zesty fragrance. My thing is zesty fragrances, but this is also an evening fragrance because of that depth, because of those base notes, because it's just so woody and earthy and just... This one has a really beautiful bottle, which I think is incredibly important with a fragrance, unless you're going to keep it in a drawer. I do tend to keep my fragrances out on a shelf because they're so pretty. Everybody needs to see them. I mean, why keep this in a drawer? It's just too nice. But the fragrance itself is the star of the show, and I think that's sometimes lacking with a fragrance. Often they have a really gorgeous bottle and then the fragrance just disappears within the space of an hour, and it's a real letdown. This isn't like that. And not only is this zesty, but this is also woody and earthy and has a little bit of sex appeal to it, which, you know. Anyway, I really love this. It's one of my favourite fragrances of the moment. I usually mix a couple of fragrances together just to have something a little bit more bespoke for me, something that not everybody wears. And yet I've not felt the need to do it with this one, and I've had this one on all the time and had so many compliments. People actually stopping me in shopping centres and asking me what I'm wearing, and it's this. So that's it for this video. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Do let me know what you've thought about all of the products that feature in this video. Have you tried any of them? Do you have a differing opinion to me? Because I would love to hear everybody's thoughts. There's not just one opinion that counts on this channel. All of you definitely need your say as well. So share your experiences in the comment section. Do not forget that I will be returning very shortly with a drugstore better than high-end video and also a dupes video, which I've been working on for some time now, and I'm dying to sit down and film it for you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.